Hey everyone, excited to be back for this week's edition of Frequently Asked Questions for Commercial Real Estate. In today's video, what I want to do is talk about a terminology that's extremely prevalent in real estate development and urban planning, and that is a term known as infill, or sometimes it's referred to as urban infill. Now, we're going to explain exactly what that term means in this video and also go over some of the benefits of pursuing urban infill projects if you are, in fact, looking to do development projects in your city or municipality. So before we dive this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to this channel. It really does make a difference in the YouTube algorithm and ensures more and more people can hear this message and learn about the many facets of commercial real estate. So now you've done that, go ahead and like and subscribe below. Let's go ahead and dive into this episode. All right, so the question is, what exactly is infill, or sometimes it's referred to as urban infill? Well, in urban planning, infill is the rededication of land in an urban environment, usually open space, like vacant land, for the purposes of new construction. So just as an example, imagine that you've probably seen this if you've been walking around a lot of major cities, is that you may see, a multi-story building, and then you have a piece of vacant land that splits two multi-story buildings. So you'll have one vacant building or occupied building that's a multi-story building, a piece of vacant land, and then have another multi-story building right next to it. That is an example of a potential infill opportunity. Now, the reason why these particular projects can be so beneficial in a broader setting when it comes to real estate development is a variety of reasons that we're going to go through today. First is that it allows for revitalization of many areas. A lot of times where in areas where there are infill opportunities, maybe over time they've been blighted areas, or maybe areas where there hasn't been as much development projects as maybe other areas of town that now are pretty much built up completely. So it gives an opportunity for developers to come in and quote unquote revitalize the area by providing new construction projects for the area, thus increasing property values and property taxes to then benefit the broader community from a tax revenue standpoint. So that's one of the reasons why it could be beneficial. Infill projects are also an opportunity where, residents that ultimately either occupy that space for office reasons or maybe even living reasons, like if it's an infill project where you build an apartment building, now the residents of that property are closer to jobs and community services, restaurants, you name it. So from a value perspective, a lot of potential tenants could occupy that space because they want to be close to all these different amenities. So that's another benefit, is that it allows other individuals who want to be in the midst and thick of the urban environment to be able to have a place to be able to occupy for their own residence or potentially for business purposes. So that's another reason why it could be a beneficial endeavor. Along with that, new construction revitalizes areas, as we mentioned before. A lot of times in these environments, maybe, the areas have not had significant investment, and that's why you see some vacant opportunities in these particular corridors. And so by having investment coming in, raising tax dollars and everything else, it could be of benefit to the area as a whole. Maybe newer developers come in and new projects for retail, office, really all these different types of opportunities can present themselves if there's initial investment in these urban infill opportunities. So that's another reason why it could be beneficial. And then finally, another reason why it could be very beneficial from a development standpoint is because you already have the infrastructure available to you. Oftentimes when you're talking about urban sprawl or pursuing opportunities that are not directly in the metro or urban area, sometimes you have to pull out utilities to the site. Maybe, you're not going to have the proper sewer capacity. You're going to maybe have to draw in, electrical pole lines to be able to get electricity out there. So there's a lot of site work that is involved with bringing all the utilities over to a site. And then obviously the site work involved with getting the site ready for development. So that's a big significant cost for a lot of developers. And so in an urban setting with an infill project, a lot of the times the land is flat. Maybe there had been a building on there already. So, you already have sewer taps ready to go. You can just tap into. There's buildings around you, so you can tap into the electric for the city very easily as well. And so from a development standpoint, as far as, utilities and everything else, it's a lot easier for you to be able to access that, thus reducing the cost of prepping the site for development. So it is a significant benefit to the developer for that exact reason. So those are some of the reasons why infill opportunities can be of benefit. Obviously, I'm a commercial real estate agent here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm happy to help you identify these types of opportunities in our metro area and surrounding areas if that's something that you're looking to do. If you'd like to do that, feel free to give me a call. My number is 502-536-7315, or you can reach me via email at raphael@crescentigroup.com. Along with that, if you like this channel, please, please, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge impact in our ability to reach a broader audience, and we would greatly appreciate the support. So thanks again so much for stopping by, and we'll see you all next time.